Hi, it's Heidi with Whips and Kits coming to you with no makeup on to get this video in. I'm supposed to get it in the end of September, but it is now October 2nd and here I am. So it was an exciting month. My birthday was September 7th and my friend Phoebe sent me a giant, Phoebe is Moonshine Stitchery here on Flosstube. She sent me Americana Blue, and she sent me Sewing Sundries, and she sent me a giant box of candy. I love candy. I love sugar. I would eat any sugar, even wax lips. I'm just a sugar ball. So yeah. So it was a nice month. Lots of family stuff going on, but as usual. But it was a great month all in all. So I'm going to start with finishes that I have. I don't think I showed this finish last time. I don't think I did, but if I did, forgive me, please. It is the Equality Sampler. So I don't think I showed this. I just thought I showed that it was almost done, but just forgive me if I did, okay? I stitched it on 36 count Tornado, Fox and Rabbit. And here it is. I love it so much. Look at how pretty. I loved stitching it. It was so great. So that is ready to go to a framer. I think I'm just going to go to Hobby Lobby here in Madison, Wisconsin. They do a really good job. So I think I'll just go there. Another finish that I had was this. This is Summer Swan, Brenda Gervais. It's a lot of white stitching on this swan. I thought that's enough swan stitching for me, but then she came out with the Autumn Swan, and it's got pumpkins in front of it, so there's less swan stitching. So I'm going to do that one too. I like it. I just saw it today on, you know who's back? It's so exciting. Penny's daughter Shares. I'm so excited. She had a Flosstube. She's back. Penny's daughter. Stay back, ma'am. Don't be like me. No. I like to do this every month. So here's the back. Just made it into a little pillow. I love that back fabric. So cute. And then this front is that Moda linen that I was telling you about that I got from Kitten Stitcher. Well, I didn't get it from, now I have 2 yards more from Kitten Stitcher, but I ordered the first like half yard to see if I would like it. And I wasn't sure at first. It's thick and kind of burlappy, and it's irregular with some slubs, and it doesn't pull great. Like if you're trying to pull a thread to block around the edges of the pillow, it doesn't like that. It just kind of frays apart. But it's nice for stitching smalls, and I think it's really super pretty. But it was too light for this piece with the swan. It wouldn't have showed up. So I did some walnut shell decorating on it. I just painted it on after I washed it. I washed the hull juice over it, and then that darkened it up. So I dry brushed it on there so it didn't like soak in, you know what I'm saying? I brushed off most of it and then dry brushed it on there. I think it looks really cute. I even got it in between the feathers right there. look at the bees. They're so cute. Anyway, I was supposed to be September sampler stitching. Anyway, I got out a small. I don't know what my deal is, but that's what I did. And then I fully finished this. I've had this finished for like a month now, but I just got this from LaHaye's. It was a second. I love his seconds, man. It was a pin cushion shaker box. And so I had this and I thought, I think it'll fit. It's a little big, but I still think it's so cute. You should have seen me kludgeon this in here. So I did a layer of the iron interfacing. This is just a 32 count cheapo linen that I hand dyed myself from Hobby Lobby. So it was very flimsy, so I needed to firm it up a little bit. And then I cut a circle around for it, and then I cut like what's that called, the foam board, and put it on the back. And then I thought, I'm gonna stuff this thing so it looks regular, you know? So I put it, honestly, it's totally kludged. I put it in one of these things. It's like a light colored one. One of these things. I put the stuffing in this and then like made a little ball out of it. So it was encapsulated. I don't have nylons, or I'd have used a nylon, you know? And then stuffed it in there and muzzled it around to make it, look domey or whatever. And then I cut more circles to elevate it, more foam board to elevate it up. So, and then I sewed it onto the foam board. So there it is. It's super cute. I'm really happy with it. And it sits up nice, on my little secretary when I put it up there. So I like that. Yeah, so now I think that's all for finishes. So I'm going to start with whips. I'm going to do whips, and then I'm going to do acquisitions. And then I'm going to do, I have some things that I kitted up in the past month that I want to show as well. So yeah. So first I worked on Ann Dale, Big and Beautiful, or Big Ann, as my friend Phoebe and I call her. Phoebe's stitching with NPIs. I'm using the Vicki Clayton Silks conversion, which, as I have found out, is really not accurate to the NPIs. So I am going to buy the NPI and get the DMC out and just compare all three of them next time I do a Flosstube. But I didn't have the NPIs today in stash. So this is what I've stitched on now. I've got it all the way around the border on all three borders. You can see that it has the red and then the green inner border, which with these little berries there. Now the berries too are very ghosty. I'm happy with that. I like a ghosty look. And it shows up good enough for me. And then I got all the way around, and then I started down in this corner right here. I had to pull out this yellow in the tree. I did the wrong number. But look at those swans. What do they got in their mouths? What is that anyway? The yellow looks really nice. The gold that they're sitting in. So this is like a page, one page to, I think, right here. So my goal was to get one page done. This is bigger than one page. This goes into the page above. So isn't that so pretty, you guys? I love that flower urn. So these colors, not at all like the NPI, not at all. But they still look pretty. After I got them in there, I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. So yeah, I love this stitch. I was so happy to be around with the border. So this was great. So that's what I worked on first, was Ann Dale. After, of course, I got done with that Summer Swan. Like a goofball. Okay. What is this one? Oh, I know what this is. Okay, another thing that I worked on is, I had it right in the front too, so I'd be ready. And now I'm not ready. Sorry, guys. You guys have all seen it. Rose wreath sampler, okay? Rose wreath. Where's the front? Son of a nutcracker. Okay. There she blows. So I did this corner right here. I'm around, this is on my scroll frame. I have a project a month in my scroll frame. I can switch them out, but I generally like to just work on one for a whole month. This is what I'm working on this month. So I heard Kindred Stitcher talking about her stitch, and she said that she is using claret. I'm sorry, I'm really not showing you very nicely. Claret and antique rose, and that's what this is. This is claret. This is antique rose right here. You can see the difference, I think. And then I also, this is supposed to be brown, but I didn't want it brown either. It calls for like, I don't know, some really ugly color, and I didn't want that. It's not ugly, but it's just not a color that I wanted this rose to be. So, or carnation or whatever it is. So I have claret down here and then antique rose here in the middle. And then I stitched this parrot and this little bunch of flowers, and now I started on the ribbon, which sits the birds and more flowers right here. I just love this stitch. It's so wonderful. I'm stitching this on Lakeside something. Lakeside Vintage Buttercream. So it's a stunner. 40 count with the original floss recipe, except I'm just using both claret and antique rose interchangeably. I love pink and I love the claret too, so it's just been great. So that has been really, really fun to work on red wreath sampler, or not red, the rose wreath sampler, I'm sorry. I was thinking red deer. Then I'm still working on Sundays. We've been doing Zoom stitch. We've missed a few. Louisa Barney with Kim, Contented Needleworker Kim, and my friend Phoebe, Moonshine Stitchery. And we're all on different parts, so it's really fun to work on this together, but we found that it's really hard to work on it while we are on the phone because it's so fiddly and so confetti. This is all I have done. I moved over to the bird. Isn't it so cute? Oh my gosh. I think I told you before, I am not going to stitch this whole thing around. I don't want to, so I think I'm going to pull that out. But the whole bird is done. I just need to do the sticks and leaves around it. And then I'm going to start back up on the border. I love this border. I love borders. Unlike Kim and my friend Renee, Prairie Stitcher 515, they do not like borders. I love them. I even love a gratuitous border. Any border. Love it. And I'm stitching this with my 103 conversion from, I always forget the name of that place. That place in California, in San Francisco. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. So that is Louisa Barney. I need to write that down every single time so I remember the name of that place. I've told you before though. Okay, and then I worked a little bit on this one. This is just rife with errors, you know, but I'm just keep on moving. This is Sarah Brazier, Sarah Brazier, 1829. I like to say Brazier, that's fun. Sarah Brazier, it's still in a hoop, but I just did a little bit. I finished this flower incorrectly, and I started on, oops, nope, it goes like this, I think. Yes, and I did some green there and some green there. So I finished this flower, and this is like one stitch. It's supposed to be 8, and it's 7 between here and here. I'm fudging it. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to look beautiful in the end, you know? So I worked a little bit on her. It was my goal to work on her, but then, you know, you get discouraged when you make a mistake and you just kind of move on. So this is 56 count, just a plain old Zweigart, 56 count. I think it's Cafe something. Let me see. Kingston Cafe Olay, I think it's called. I love that 56 count. It's wonderful. And then I worked on this. I think the last day of September. Just for one day I worked on it. This is Julia Rachel Delamere, 1849. A Guernsey Channel Island sampler by Antique Sampler Reproduction. Cross Stitch Antiques. Look at that. Cross Stitch Antiques, I mean. That's so pretty. I love it. And I just did a little bit. This is a double border. So it has, there are 2 different colored dark greens. This is, I think, English Ivy. And this one up here is a different green. And then all the way around is Avocado by Gentle Art. So yeah, I don't know why they did that with the greens. Maybe it was just different enough that she wanted to. It is an original sampler. So Pine Needles is the other one. So Pine Needles and English Ivy is the other green. The colors of this are exquisite. I love it very much. And again, it's a double border. I don't care. I would stitch a triple border, and I am with the other sampler that I'm stitching. We're all stitching that. So there goes that. And then I worked on this for a lot, over a week. It's Florence Mary Dickinson, and I changed it to say my grandma's name, which is Florentine Miller Schwen. It's not perfect. It doesn't look great. I had to fudge some letters, but you tell me what you think. So this is Florence Mary Dickinson. Stitching it on 40 count creme brulee. This is my favorite border that I worked on this whole month. Look at that beautiful border. Florentine Miller Schwen. That's my grandma. My grandma Flory. So I did the flowers in the border, purple and red. How pretty is that? The reds are very similar, so they're very much the same. You can't really tell. That's my grandma's birth and death date. And then I just put 3 of these things at the back there. I think that's good. I think it looks okay. Tell me what you guys think of the S. Should I change that S and make it like shorter at the top here? Like go in one right here? I don't even know if that'll help. You know, it just looks a little weird, but I went through like 3 iterations of it, and this is how it turned out. I think it's good. I think it looks nice. So anyway, now I have the border all the way around, and I want to finish the border. I love this border so much. I can't count off the letters anymore, but I'll probably, finish the border and then go in to the bow. I really want to stitch that bow. So this was really fun to stitch this. I love eyelet stitches too. They're so fun. And I'm stitching this again on 40 count creme brulee with 100 threes, which I love too. Love everything. I just love it. Just mistake-ridden, imperfect projects. But always forward, never back. That's what Jean always says. And then this is kind of my stitch that I take to church and stitch during the sermon. Oh, where'd the front go? Oh, I'll just show you the whole thing. So this is Chessie and Me, Bertha Mae Brown. This is another sampler, Threads of History from last year. I'm stitching it on 36 count Old Gold by Fiber on a Whim. And it's just, I love to stitch letters, and it's a nice tiny little stitch. So it's just fun to stitch on letters in church. This is a half stitch over the 9 than it should be, but you know what? Nobody will be able to tell but me. I love this sampler. It's real cute. And I think that's all I worked on. That's plenty. That's a great plenty of work on samplers and smalls that I worked on. Okay, now I'm going to show some acquisitions, and then I'm going to show some kits that I kitted up. Okay, I was watching Comfort Stitching, and I wasn't subscribed to her for some reason, and I watched her stuff, so now I'm subscribed. She was showing this book. Now, if it's one thing Heidi Bingham loves, it's stitching letters and borders and the guts of the stuff. So everything. But I love stitching letters so much. And this is just rife with all sorts of alphabets. And oh, they're so pretty. They're just so pretty, every single one of them. You don't need to speak French to see this. There's only like 3 pages of words, and the rest is just beautiful letters. And I think these are after Saju little sampler cards that they used to give out. And there's all sorts of alphabets in here, and what a great reference. Let's see, T-U-V, there's no W's in this whole book and no J's. So that's a problem. And I know my friend Janine is a J. Janine, there's a J. Just maybe not back in the day. Yeah, here's Je suis dans les jardins. Grace is my daughter's graduated in French with the major in French and Mandarin Chinese. She'll kill me for my French pronunciation. It's just, my mouth doesn't work that way, okay? But I love this book so much. I saw it on Abe's Bookshop for like $112, and I'm like, no, I'm not spending $112. But it's a beautiful hardcover book. And it was like $50 on Amazon. So I'll spend $50 on a beautiful book for, and if you do want to read it in French, you just go to Google Translate and you hold your phone above the page and it'll translate it for you. So there you go. So Alphabets Anciennes. Véronique Maillard. Don't tell Grace I said it like that. Sorry, Grace. That ends the French portion of this floss tube. Okay, again, I'm the best customer in the world to LaHaye's. I bought this little 6-inch guy. I just can't resist these, guys. I cannot. So I'm going to put a little, I have 2 things that could go in here. Firstly, I bought this guy from Acorns and Threads, Emmeline Purnell. I love that border. Look at that border, you guys, with the little tiny flowers and then the red flowers. I love it. Yeah. Anyway, I would love to stitch just this wreath. This book comes with just the wreath portion on 1 page. Handy. AF. So, as forgiven, as that means. So anyway, I'm excited. I could put this in the middle here. I just have to figure out the size based on what count I would stitch it on. So that would be great. And also I'm stitching coquelicots. That would look really pretty in here as well. And I think that would fit too. And then another, and I got this guy. And then another thing that he was selling is these big daddies. Oh, isn't that so pretty, you guys? And they're all fully lined with newspaper print. This was a second because it had this this damage right there. Oh my gosh, I love that. It looks totally authentic and cool. So I am all about this. Look at how pretty that is. So you just go there and you ask when he's going to have these again. He's doing these with these antique newsprint in them. So just send him a note, send him a message, LaHaye's, right? I just love his stuff. And yeah, it's just so beautiful. He's got such pretty colors, but look at this. This is just stunning, this finish. I love it. It sits on my antique sewing table. You know, the singer. Okay, and now I'm going to show the charts that I've gotten this month. I showed you the birthday ones from Phoebe. And then Laura showed her mom's finish of Santa, La Père Noël, from JBW Designs. So I had to buy this. I got this from Acorns and Threads too when I ordered Emmeline Purnell. Influenced by Laura's mom. And I forgot to show this last time. I did buy this from Kitten Stitcher. This Reflet de Soie. Oh, I love those colors. They're so pretty. And the little birds in there and the tiny deer. This is glorious, that alphabet. The border's so cute and fresh. And the colors are amazing. So yeah, here's the colors. So I have all the colors here. The pinks are just stunning. So I can't wait to get stitching on that. That's going to be great. I think I'm going to stitch this on 46 count Sleeping Bear. That'll be really nice. And then I bought this. This was on sale, I think. Square Dance. Look at how cute that is. July, August, and September. fish, bees, and chickens. Look at those chickens. So cute. Had to get that. Oh, that's when I ordered this. Also influenced by Flora. Trick or treat. Smell my feet. Love it. So cool. I got this on sale. Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow from Fat Quarter. Oh, and I also got a yard of 36 count tornado for 30% off. This was like 60 some bucks. I was so excited. That's my jam. And then Agnes Murdoch, 1788. I don't know who told me about this. I forget. But I love those letters. They're so cool. Very muted colorway. But you could change that up if you were imaginative. I am not imaginative, so I probably won't. Somebody showed a finish of this. It was, oh gosh, what's her name? She showed her finish of this. Stranded Jacks. I wish I could think of her name. Anyway, I want to stitch this real bad. All together like that. Then I was looking online for this chart to stitch. And I found it on Mercari. Contented Needleworker Kim is stitching this. And again, I told you, I love this border. I love those alphabet bands. I love this. So I also, at that time, I got that for a good deal, and I bought this Regal Bird kit, totally kitted up. And I was looking for these too, Posy Basket Kit, and these were a good deal. These were like 22 bucks each, I think. So I like that Mercari seller. She lives in Alaska. And then I bought this, influenced by Periwinkle Stitcher and Blossom as the Rose. I'm going to stitch this, the drum, so pretty. I'm stitching it on Weeks Beige though. And then I bought, I'm into patriotic right now, super into patriotic. So I bought Broad Stripes and Bright Stars, Teresa Kogut, and Hello America. Hello America! I love this little border and this little sampler here. So pretty. So that's my acquisitions. That's not that much, right? Yeah. Sully Stitches. That's who influenced me to buy the Stranded Jacks. Sully Stitches. Yeah. I got to write that down. She had a beautiful finish on that. Okay. And then I have to write this down. Kindred Stitcher too. Mention her in my little drop down. Okay, now I'm going to show some kits that I kitted up this month. I'm going to pull them over. Oh, okay. So, no, that's just one I wanted to start but didn't. Nope. Okay, here we go. I re-kitted Mary Morgan's. I wanted to change her to some overdyes and a little more muted. It's not much more muted, but it's a little more muted and a little, I like overdyes. I just like overdyes. So it's still very bright, but for 16, I have Spring Grass now. And then I love this purple. All the purples in here stayed. So pretty. This is for $3.10. Look at that Roxy Flossco Black Forest. So fun. And then there's Ribbon Red for $3.21. And then I kept $3.49. I'm using Victorian Motto Blue Spruce for $500. Again, purples are all the same. And for $7.42, I'm using Golden Ornament. It's just a little more muted of a yellow. And then same with the blue. Instead of $7.96, I'm using the Indigo from Histoire de Lin. And then for 801, I'm using this beautiful Roxy Floss Co. color. It's really pretty, Frangelico. 814 is the same. 815, I'm using Roxy Floss Co. Cherry Pie. Elf Green for 907. And 909, I'm using Christmas Green by Victorian Motto. And then for 3801, I'm using Fire. Isn't that fun? And then 3812, there's really no, I don't even know of one floss that would be this one. And this orange I thought was really, really pretty. And then, gosh, emerald's in here too somewhere. Yeah, right here. I'm using emerald for 701 from Weeks. So I'm really excited to start this now. I'm really excited. So I'm going to stitch it on 40 count flax. So yeah, you probably didn't need to know every one of those colors, but if you want the color conversion that I did, you just let me know. After I got done with the equality sampler, I kitted up a new constellation. I'm doing all of these samplers with 36 count Tornado. I love Tornado. This is only like a 2-inch margin, but that's okay. The other one had a way too big of a margin. And I've got all the colors. I love these little thread milk floss drops. Aren't they cute? I'm just using some eclectic floss drop action. And then the original recipe for the colors. So I'm excited. I did pilfer from other patterns for some of these. Some of these flosses. And this is a great one. Look at how pretty New Constellation is. I think I started with the Equality Sampler because it was my favorite. But this is another big flag. Another lot of stitching. Lot of total coverage there. But really pretty. Really, really pretty. So a lot of these are patriotic things. I could stitch patriotic right now, I swear. Although I'm gonna make myself stitch my autumn and Halloween stuff. Right after this, going on my stand is gonna be Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I want to do that middle witch section. Finish it. Then I have these kitted up. This is what I just told you about, and Blossom as the Rose. So I'm doing it on 32 count beige from Weeks Dye Works. Isn't that pretty? It says that you need velt, 32 count velt. But I don't have that, and I have beige. So this is what that looks like. Look at how beautiful that is. I saw Periwinkle Stitcher's finish, and it was just exquisite. The only floss that I don't have is, well, I have it, but it's in another it's in more other projects, is Sanguine. And I compared it to this Faded Rose that I have from Gentle Art, and it's basically the same. So very much the same. So I'm okay with using that. Really muted colorway. So it's going to be super pretty. I want to start this like in 5 minutes. I think I showed you this already. I think this is a repeater. I'm really sorry if it is. But I want to show you these colors. It's so pretty. This is from the sampler, Tudor Rose Sampler Guild. And it's Mary Foch. Oh gosh, it's so pretty. Mary Foch. And it's by Running with Needles and Scissors. Look at these colors. I'm stitching this on 46 count Sleeping Bear. And look at these colors. Oh my gosh. This is fall right here. I should start this because in spirit of fall. I have about 7 other fall starts too. in amongst here. Fall and patriotic. That's the mood I'm in. Okay, this one. This, I've seen several people stitching this. I just saw someone yesterday. Who was it? Or was it today? Can't remember. But you know Carol's stitching this salt box. So pretty. Olga's Autumn Stocking by Plum Street. These colors are to die for. Every one of them is just so pretty. And I'm stitching this on a linen dyed by me. Yep, me dyed linen. This one, oh my goodness sakes. This Leela Studio, Nevermore. I picked out a linen for it. It's gonna look great on Tornado. I'll stitch it this way. And it has all sorts of different colors. It has silken colors, Slug Bug, that's a great color. Lagoon, look at that lagoon. Gosh dang. Blackboard, just all sorts of different colors of gray and black and brown. And then it has this mustardy pecan in it as well. So pretty. Gosh, she does a good job with color. It's the season to stitch ravens. That's what I know. Okay. Oh, this one too. Oh my gosh. How am I going to pick? I have about 7 things from Shakespeare's Peddler kitted up. When I had COVID in August, and I put everything in my app to keep track of all my, but none of these are in there. So that's why I'm showing you, because I have to put them in my app. This is Sarah Chapel, 1831. Chapel, either one. Look at how pretty that is. I love it. I'm going to stitch this on another piece I think this is dyed by my friend Phoebe. Yep, it has a P on it, so it's Phoebe. Dyed this. Looks like tin roof mixed with Confederate gray. And it's just got some great flosses. That's why I want to start this one in 10 minutes. It's got NPI, it's got Soie d'Alger, and then it's got Gloriana, and a couple of silken colors. Yes, Gaga. I really want to start that in 10 minutes. We're almost done. So that's 40 count linen. I forgot to tell you that. Okay, this starts the patriotic area of the show. This is the Scarlet House Patriotic Shaker Box set. And I'm stitching that on. I'm probably gonna dye this piece of 37 count Russian tea cake. It calls for a 36 count. I already ordered this box from LaHaye's. It's a oval box. Number 3. oval box in gray. I already ordered that. So this I'm going to dye a little light gray color. And then I also have a couple of pieces in there. Oh no, they're both in there. All of it's going to be on this 37 count. So there you go. And here's the colors. And Merry Noel. I would like to start this in November. Predator Bay. And this is just a little scrippy scrap of 40 count something or other. I think that's hand dyed by me, a little tan color. And then here are the colors for those. And then I have Where Liberty Dwells. These were all bought from when I was at Country Sampler. I saw people working on these and just loved them. So this will be stitched on a piece of another. I got some 40 count that I dyed myself. 2 pieces already cut out. And then I really want to stitch this coming up here. This is 12 Days of Christmas Stockings. I saw Narissa stitching these, and I was going to stitch it on black Aida. I have some, but I was wondering what you guys thought of. This is the colors. Aren't they so pretty? These are the colors, and I was wondering if this 32 count blue, if that would be okay, the dark blue. I think it's okay, but I'm wondering what everyone thinks. If you'd let me know. I think it would be pretty on that. There's no colors would clash with it. I think they would look really pretty. And I really don't want to stitch on black Aida. And I don't want to buy linen because I have so much, you know. So I want to use what I have, and that's probably the darkest thing. A couple more that I have is this Grand Old Flag with 3 little pillows. And I have 3 little pieces of flannel flower from Fox and Rabbit. That's another favorite of mine from them. I have been on their list to be in their linen club probably 2 years at least. I don't know how long it'll take me to actually get there, but so it's only 3 colors. And what glorious 3 colors are these? How does she, I mean, I would be like red, white, and blue. No, these are different colors. This is a gray and red and blue, but different. I love it. People are so inventive and thoughtful. Just boggles my mind. Well, this is the last one that I have kitted up. This I think is a favorite. This is Scarlet House. Patriotic Scissor Pocket. 40 count, hand dyed by me, 2.5 inch margin, and then I have 2 pieces of unknown linen as well that looks kind of similar to this piece that I dyed myself. And these you stitch over one for the scissors fob and the And there's a small fob and a large fob. So I cut them in half and then I folded them. So I'll start in the middle and stitch these over one. And then this is on 40 count, dyed by me. And these are the colors. Oh gosh, this is so pretty. I love floss, don't you guys? Look at those. So pretty. All right. Well, thank you so much for sitting with me and going through everything fast like, quick like. And let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. But thank you so much for everybody that watches my videos. And thank you for just being here and watching and commenting. I read every single comment, and every single comment just makes me so happy and just makes me feel, I just know I have friends out there that are just so wonderful. So thank you so much. Bye.